What's going on, everybody? This is masterguil, and welcome back to more Adastra. And I want to welcome a very special guest that I asked to come along with me on this journey. And that special guest is none other than shadowzpa. Say what's up to the people, Shadow.
What's going on, people? No, it's good to be here. I'm with my boy, Master Gilbert.
Oh, yes. If you don't know who Shadow is, he's one of the people that's a machinimator just like me. He has his own machinima going on called Smash Region. If you don't know what that is, well, make sure to leave a link down in the description down below to his machinima that's going alongside mine and Urson and Smash. And also, I'll put a link in the description of his channel so you can check out all the content that he's done. I'm rebranding my lines to a shameless plug into you, so be thankful.
Yes, sir.
yes. And so, in the last episode, we had just did our first trial, which we have blundered horrifically, as I had called it, with Marco and Amicus failing the dance to try to impress all the people of Adastra. And so I don't know what's going to happen now, how the second trial is going to be. And I don't know if you're caught up on everything, Shadow, but we are a human that got kidnapped by a wolf, taken to this planet called Adastra, and our purpose is to pretend to be a pet slash servant to the big wolf named Amicus, and he is competing with his brother Cassius to become emperor, because they're trying to spread their knowledge and stuff to all the different parts of the galaxy, and this immediately gives invincible vibes. So we're going to move on with another time jump that we left off on. Last time it was like a few days, and now it's a week later. And so in total, we've been here for pretty much over a month, and we're trying to settle in and trying to blend in, because we're actually not supposed to have any type of contact whatsoever, to my understanding. So I know there's probably not much to go off of, but we'll probably learn as we go on. And so, Shadow, are you ready to take this journey with me?
I'm ready, Freddy.
All right, there is no going back. Let's begin.
No, hey, just like we're back. When you turn back, you can't go back.
Nope, you cannot. A week later, Amicus and I sit in the gardens enjoying the cool, fresh morning air. So, what's your main argument? That Adastra has been on a steady rise politically and economically since the beginning of all of Adastra policy era. Why take steps backwards when we're so clearly moving in the right direction? And Cassius? That Adastra's decline over the past few hundred years is due to that policy. Instead of looking outward to the children and other siblings, we should instead be looking inward to better ourselves. Amicus scratches his nose. I'm gonna have you voice some of the characters. You can choose who you want to voice. Of course, preferably male, but since I have a special guest with me, it only seems fair.
Okay.
Well, that's the basics anyway. Obviously, there's much more to it. So how are you going to counter that argument? Seems like a pretty good one to me. If the wheel on your chariot is caught on a stone, does that mean the campaign should be turned around and ended? He looks at me, and I just stare back. Well, the answer is no. You simply need to give it a push. In other words, the downturn over the past 200 years is simply a stone in the road. Why throw away 10 millennia of progress due to the few centuries of light hardship? Oh yeah, that's right. I totally forgot. The people of Adastra lived to like 200 to 300 years old. But
Dang.
Yeah, our boy Amicus here is like, he's 23, 24. So he's pretty much a very young adult.
Yeah, that's my age.
Yeah, nice. Besides, it was completely predictable. The war with the Chemians and the resulting end of diplomatic relations with most of the other siblings caused it. We certainly can't have any leverage in the galaxy when the only siblings speaking to us are the cats. If we can fix those relations, we could be well on our way to prosperity again. Well, that and unstunting your children. Yes, that too. Which I still can't believe you did. Again, it wasn't me. Anyway, that will also be part of my argument uprise. That will also be part of my argument. Uprise the children fully as the partial uplift programs are now clearly a failure. And end the slavery. And consider the debts repaid, yes. Debts that didn't exist in the first place, sure. Listen, Marco, I have to use very careful language as to not upset the people, not to mention the triumvirates. Feelings are sensitive at times like these and must be considered despite how tedious or how untrue it can be. Amicus is right. The wolves are very sensitive when it comes to their culture and history. Kind of like black people.
Oh my god. Yeah. I kind of thought you saying that.
I started to realize that their hubris is probably their biggest downfall. That's Gohan fighting against Cell.
Oh.
I lean back on the bench, starting to feel a little sweaty under the rising sun. Isn't that going to be Cassie's whole thing, though? Appeal to their feelings, throw out the etiquette, and get straight to the point? Possibly, but I'm confident my composure and consideration will win over the triumvirates. You ever consider not being so confident? Maybe preparing for the worst? I'm confident that I am prepared for the worst. Oh, brother. That's exactly what I just did in real life. I roll my eyes and Amicus glares at me. I don't understand why you're so insistent on projecting yourself onto me. Just because you aren't so sure of yourself doesn't mean I should be the same. I frown. Ouch. Sorry, but I strongly believe in what I'm doing. How can I ever be an emperor if I'm not sure that what I'm doing is right? You have a tiny point there, but as we're saying, it doesn't hurt to think about the worst case scenario. Sure, but all I'm saying is that you might not always be right, and you need to be prepared for that. That's exactly what we're saying. Trust me, I'm learning as I go. And after the last trial,
when you learn the hard truth before you get it.
Yeah. Trust me, I'm learning as I go. And after the last trial, I'm preparing for everything. How are they even going to choose the winner? Wouldn't they just pick who they agree with the most? Technically, no. They're supposed to choose the best performance, the most convincing and dramatic. How very woven. So you just have to convince a majority of the triumvirates? Well, yes, but Cato's vote holds twice the power of a triumvirate vote. Yeah, because this character is the acting emperor. There was an emperor during their time, but due to an unforeseen accident, which is Amicus and Cassius' father, who was the emperor, who tragically died in a spaceship accident. Cato, one of the high tier guards, has risen up as an acting emperor, and now Amicus, as I say, Amicus and Cassius are fighting for the throne. And so, since he's Cato's acting emperor, his power holds twice as much. Let's give it a little bit of context there. Well, yes, but Cato's vote holds twice the power of triumvirate vote, so I need at least either 4 triumvirates or 2 triumvirates plus Cato. And what are Cato's beliefs? Amicus shrugs. He doesn't talk about them much, but again, it shouldn't matter. Oh, that is so very naive. No, I don't agree. I disagree with that. That's so very naive.
I don't take the benefit of the doubt here. Come on, no.
You talk about it doesn't matter. Again, it does matter, especially considering that the big guy doesn't talk all that much and keeps to himself. Like he's one of those. Oh, he's a bad guy.
That's a little shady, don't you think? No pun intended.
Oh no! I just thought about it. He's probably another bad guy. I didn't think much of it, especially since we don't see him that much. We don't know a lot about him to really conjure up any sort of conclusions or take any notes down. So yeah, I believe Cato is like he has to be an antagonist of some sort. And the way that Amicus is thinking, like right now, how he doesn't talk about what his beliefs and things are, is relatively naive at best. You should take everything in grandeur and take everything with a grain of salt. And the fact that we know little to nothing about this, it should be even more of a disadvantage, if anything. So this is a very naive way of thinking, and that's not going to get you very far. I'm sorry, Amicus, I disagree with you on this. He's certainly right about Cato not talking much about himself, but that tends to be the way everyone is around here. I can tell Amicus isn't all that interested in talk about this though, so I try to think of something else. What started the war with the Chemians, by the way? Their ambitions got the best of them. They began to interact with some of our abandoned children, some of which were very close to Adastra. Oh, is that illegal or something? Well, technically not if they're abandoned, but it's never really happened considering if a species is abandoned, then that's an... Oh my god, this happens when I read too fast. But it's never really happened considering if a species is abandoned, then that's a signal to the other siblings that a race is unupliftable. That's a word.
That's quite a word.
That's a word, apparently. Mm-hmm. So they weren't breaking any rules? Even if they weren't breaking laws, they were clearly provoking us by uplifting races. It's just a few hundred light years away from our moon. They are an arrogant people. Nephro seems nice, always polite. Amicus smirks. Well, that's how they often get their way. A facade of niceties to pull you into their trap. Either way, the war was a draw despite their technical advantage. Wolva tenacity beats Chemian tech any day. I don't know how I feel about that part. That does seem prideful, but that also seems like this is your version of what happened.
Damn.
This is just your point of view. This is your perspective of, or the Wolfen perspective of what happened during this war. There's one side, then there's the other side, then there's the truth.
Right.
Despite Amicus's more progressive views on things, he's not immune to Wolfen hubris either, it seems. Exactly. But I'm not in the mood to argue with him about that. You know, never reminds me of a culture on Earth, the Egyptians. I wonder if they uplifted there too. Yes, and their connections with aliens. I don't know if that's true or not. Amicus looks down at me, then snorts. More likely they just share simple aesthetics. Your people being uplifted twice while having no knowledge of the Galaxias is impossible. The Chemians rarely abandon anyway. Actually, I don't think they ever have. They tend to have the best of luck. Amicus stretches. Honestly though, this talk is boring. This is my only day off before the trial next week. We should be doing something fun. Like what? Amicus looks around, then grins. Want to practice Punk Nu with me? Punk Nu is like UFC, like wrestling.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was gonna say
on. I know Amicus will go easy on me, but I really don't feel like getting sweaty and exhausted right now. Why don't we just go to the island and have a picnic again? Oh, yeah, great idea. Amicus grins and hops up, already making his way to the beach as he calls out to Com to get the food ready. With a sigh, I get up and jog after him towards the sightseer. Alrighty, teleportation activated. I stand on the beach, hands on my hips as I look out at the sparkling lake, the breeze that's coming off the water, cool and soothing. Adastra City sparkles in the distance as well. Where? Making the tall structures look like they have a glass or a crystal coating. I look back at Amicus, the wolf in the process of spreading out a blanket under the shade of the trees. You're sure Kato isn't going to kick your ass for doing this again? I see the wolf's ears flick down for a moment. That was for missing an appointment. I don't have any today. I resist telling Amicus that it was much more about than a missed lesson, and instead I walk over to help him spread the blanket out more evenly. Thank you. Now, shall we eat? Amicus pulls the cloth off the blanket, revealing tightly packed and covered plates, along with bottles of wine and Virdi. I don't remember what Virdi is. I think that's vegetable juice. It's been a minute. This time, the food is a selection of wraps full of meat and cheese, along with chilled salted cucumbers. I've actually had cucumbers recently. They are not that bad. I can't believe I'm saying that. Just very watery.
Well, watery, okay.
Yeah. Amicus splays out in that luxurious Roman way as he pulls his plate of food up to his chest, immediately stuffing a whole wrap in his muzzle. Greedy. I'm a bit more daunty, instead sitting next to the wolf cross-legged as I nibble on my own wrap. We eat in silence for a little while, Amicus gobbling up the majority of the food like always. I notice the wolf drinking more wine than he usually does, probably because it's his day off. After taking a particularly large swig, he points at my legs. I don't know how you're comfortable doing that. It looks like hell on the knees. Well, laying down like you are actually hurts my neck. I don't know how you do it for so long. I rub the left side of my neck as I say that, then carefully uncork the bottle of Beauty. Kato's the same way, but he's old. I take a sip of the cold drink that I've come to really like over the past few weeks. Speaking of Kato, who exactly is he? How did he become the acting emperor? I try circling this back around to the conversation we had earlier, wanting to know more about the wolf that's apparently ruling all of Adastra right now. Oh, well, he was father's friend since childhood. He was the imperial legate during the Chemian War. Is that an important position? It's the highest rank in the military, aside from the emperor, of course. He's credited with preventing outright defeat. Huh. Must be kind of weird for him to have Neferu walking around in the palace. Another reason I wonder why Virginia brought him to the palace. Kato's scars aren't just physical. For context, Virginia is Amicus' sister.
Oh, okay.
Physical? I take it you noticed the visor, yes? Well, he lost an eye and part of his skull during the war. Jesus. Apparently, the other eye failed as well, and he had to go to our parent to have mechanical vision installed. Anyway, Neferu was born decades after the war, so I doubt Kato holds anything against him specifically. Again, showing that everyone have very large and long lifespans of 200 to 300 years old.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Is he alright with the alliance thing? Knowing this about Kato makes me worried that he might not agree with Amicus on one of his most controversial policies. I doubt that, but I think he understands it's necessary if we were to begin reestablishing relations with the other siblings. I feel my stomach turn a little and I realize we might be disadvantaged in this trial as well. Okay. Oh gosh. Amicus, what's going to happen if you lose this next trial? Again, don't worry. I know you don't think it can happen, but if it does, what happens to me? Amicus frowns at me and meat wrap halfway to his face before he sets it back down. First of all, I won't have you worrying about Cassius's words. What he said was out of anger, and besides, I'll have measures in place to stop it from ever happening. What measures? I'm not fully sure of that yet, but I'll have them in place by the time the next trial comes. Very good measures. What? That doesn't answer our questions, nor that should make us feel any better. What measures are there?
Very assuring.
I don't feel confident in that. As it's already been established, he makes this junk up as he goes, and he doesn't always think things through. And aside from that, what do I do next? Amicus thinks. Like I said before, I'll ensure a way home for you. The problem is the illegality of you being here. The more people who know about it, the more likely a monitor may be alerted to what happened. I need to be very careful about who I let know about the situation. And the fact of the matter is that we are supposed to pretend to be dumb. Okay. I look down at my food, suddenly having lost my appetite. Amicus sighs, sounding annoyed. Come on, Marco. This is likely going to be your last few weeks here. Stop focusing so much on what's unlikely to happen. Let's just enjoy ourselves a little bit. That naivete is just showing. The wolf suddenly sits up, brushing the crumbs off his fur before swinging down more wine. Come, let's practice combat. What? I said I didn't want to do that. Well, since you're so worried about Cassius, I'll teach you a few new tricks to take him down. Okay, so for more context here, in the last episode, we had caught his brother snooping around in his room, either planting a recording device or trying to find something to help him boost his chances to become emperor to use against Amicus. Whatever it was, we caught him snooping in the room. Amicus punches him in the face, and he threatens to execute Marco once he becomes emperor.
Damn.
Yeah. Take him down? Well, I don't trust him to keep his paws to himself now, so if he ever tries to take advantage of you while I'm not around, you can at least hold him off long enough to get away. Yeah, and that won't make everything worse. Well, after what happened a few days ago, I suppose it can't get much worse. I slowly get to my feet, straightening out my robes. I'm not so sure about that. Besides, we just ate. Amicus laughs. It's not like your kata. I think I'll be able to keep my food and drink down. What about me? I'm not going to hit you or anything.
Oh, I somehow doubt that.
Amicus squares his stance, standing in the sand off to the side of the blanket, still in the shade. I sigh, recognizing that Amicus is in one of those moods where it's hard to talk him out of doing something. I walk over and stand in front of the wolf, my arms folded. And about Kato, I could probably beat him in a fair fight. He just caught me by surprise that last time. I pause, then raise an eyebrow. What do you mean? I mean, he started fighting no holds barred without warning. I have to give him the business if I known he were going to do that. Hey, I don't think any less of you for losing a fight. To an old man. I mean, he kind of got you there. Amicus furrows his brow the way he does when he's realizing that I'm teasing him. I'm serious. So am I. I mean, you almost had me that one time in a spaceship. You're a real force to be reckoned with. It's not smart to tease a wolf before a fight, human. I'm not teasing. And kicking an unsuspecting man in the balls isn't exactly a win in my book. It is in mine. Clearly. Speaking of which, Amicus suddenly steps forward, thrusting a knee up at my crotch. Bro, no. I don't care if you're joking or not. No, I'm punching you in the face.
Oh, hell no.
I can only watch in horror as it comes up fast, stopping an inch from my groin. We both stand there for a moment before I gasp and stumble back, holding my nuts even though Amicus doesn't make contact. What the hell? If you don't want Cassius to hold broken bones against you, go for the genitals. That should be enough to stun him. This goes for anyone else who might try to attack you. Annoyed, I make as if I do so to Amicus, but he's already blocking. Yes, like that. Though try to be a little bit more subtle. You telegraph your moves far too much. I stop struggling with the wolf, breathing heavily. Fine. Then, as Amicus starts to drop his guard, I try to swat him in the crotch. He snatches up my hand immediately. Ah, better, Marco. Though you should probably try something harder than a flowery slap.
Damn!
You...
calling your shit soft.
You are a troglodyte. I try to shove the wolf away, but he steps to the side and gives me a shove as well. Ow.
Damn.
I trip over something, and it's not until I'm on my ass and that I realize he stuck his foot out behind me. I look up at Amicus and he stands over me, the expression on his face showing me that he's trying very hard not to laugh. Tangle up his feet and you should be able to send him to the ground fairly easily. If he breaks any of his bones from the fall, then at least he can't say you did it intentionally. Amicus reaches down with a paw to help me up. I take it and he pulls me up easily, almost lifting me off my feet. This is great and all, but I don't see how this is going to help me. I wasn't even the one that broke his tail, and he wanted me killed. Again, with me standing in his way, he won't even get the chance to try anything. If he even intends to. This is only to give you a chance to get away from him. Amicus brushes the sand off my robes. Besides, this is useful in any situation, not just for Cassius. Amicus chokes on his last syllable as I ram my shoulder into him, grabbing at his legs to try to trip him up, kind of like I saw Kato do to him in the amphitheater. Obviously, someone as small as me going up against a hulking wolf like Amicus is bound to fail, but the wolf does stumble back a few steps. Hey! Amicus chuckles as I feel him let himself fall backwards to the sand. He's letting me win! It reminds me of that last time we wrestled on the beach, except now I end up on top with my fall cushioned on by his body, my face bouncing against his massive chest. Amicus grins at me. Oof! Not bad, not bad. With a little more force, you might be able to knock down someone as small as Cassius. I pinned the wolf down, my hands on his shoulders. Oh please, I knocked you down fair and square! This time, I'm the one to yelp on my last syllable. Amicus easily reversing our positions as he rolls us both over. I find myself staring up at the wolf, his massive paws on my shoulders, his knees spread to either sides of my thighs as he's careful not to rest his weight on top of me. He grins down at me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, ding, ding, ding. We're out. We're done. We're done. GG's. No GG's. Nope. 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 We ain't getting out of this. No, we ain't getting out of this. No. Might as well throw him in the towel.
Throw in the towel. Throw in the rainbow towel.
Oh no, that's just gonna be a compliment for them.
Oh God.
Yeah. He grins down at me, chest heaving for breath as his tongue dangles out of his muzzle a bit, the way it sometimes does when he's buzzed, giving his grin a dopey quality. He's hunched over me to the point where his tongue almost touches my nose. Although I try to keep my face in a scowl, I can't stop the smile from coming through, and pretty soon I'm laughing a little. I'm about to tell Amicus that this whole thing is hardly fair when he leans down fully, pressing his lips to mine in a kiss. What the
This is getting freaky!
Oh, I was not expecting that.
No.
Oh. Okay.
That happened. Okay.
If this is what happens in wrestling, then I'll only do it if my opponent's a girl.
If.
I gasp in surprise, and the music stops, but it's thoroughly through my nose as my mouth is sealed to his. My eyes are wide, his closed as he presses harder against my lips. As he's bent over me, his paws left my shoulders to instead hold my head steady, one paw against my cheek, the other cupped around my head, his whole body huddling around my face. Oh, okay, so, I think I know what's going on here.
Yeah, I clearly see what's happening.
So in the video that I just posted, there was, the first trial was of a dance, a choreography dance, and at the end of it, there was supposed to be a kiss. So I think this is him making up for it, because at the last part, he ended up kissing Marco on the cheek. I guess he got too nervous. So I guess this is him making up for it.
Oh god.
That might be part of it. I don't know. I don't move, not hugging back, but not turning away either. Instead, I just lay there as I feel my heart skip a beat. The feeling of the big, strong wolf crouched over me, kissing me, sending a thrill from my chest down to my crotch. The wolf's broad, cold nose twitches against mine before a hot huff of breath escapes it and washes over my face. At the same time, Amicus suddenly rolls off of me, our lips parting just as quickly as they connected as he flops to the side on his back, mirroring my spread eagle position. We lay there next to each other, my heart hammering as I listened to the wolf breathing heavily next to me. Aside from that, the only other sounds are the waves washing up against the shore a few dozen yards away. Okay, I guess it's not obvious right now. They're both gay.
Yeah, it's obvious they're gay. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make it known to you right now that they came out to each other as homosexual. So.
Yeah. I definitely see that. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to let you know. A few minutes pass in silence as I wait for the wolf to say something. He doesn't, and finally it gets to the point where I have to say something. Amicus responds instantly with that innocent, inquisitive grunt. What was that? The kiss? Yeah. Just thought I owed it to you out the mirror. I botched it during the performance at all. Why am I right about these things?
Oh my god.
The wolf sounds distant, distracted, like he's not paying attention to me. I finally prop myself up on an elbow, looking directly at Amicus now. Really? Like a child, Amicus looks away towards the lake, not saying anything. I wait a lot longer, giving him a chance to respond, a chance he doesn't take. Talk to me. What is there to say? I frown. A lot. I'm kind of confused, honestly. A big huffing sigh, then, I like you, Margot. Quite a bit, in fact. I know. I like you, too. We technically confessed our feelings to each other when Amicus asked me on that date, but only technically. Are you drunk? Maybe a little bit, but I knew what I was doing. More silence. Amicus. Could you look at me? Amicus' ears goes flat. Then he slowly turns his head towards me, but his eyes are down, looking at my chest rather than my face. My eyes are up here, buddy. Up here. The visual novel knows. I think about making a "my eyes are up here" joke, but I know it'll fall flat with him. This can't be coincidence. Oh my god. It knows my humor. It knows bits of my humor. Listen, we've already sort of talked about this. The problem is the situation we're in. It makes the whole dating thing impossible. I see Amicus smile at the word, then frown again. I know, but if we feel the same, why not be a little closer? I know you'll have to leave soon, but that doesn't mean we can't enjoy the time we have together. Sure, but I think that'll make saying goodbye a little harder, don't you? Maybe, but we'll find a way to see each other again. What he's saying makes sense, but the whole situation has red flags all over it. Yes, it does. I've been saying that since the part where we got kidnapped. Hello? Having feelings for my abductor in a situation that's completely illegal is so wrong in so many ways. Yes, it's called Stockholm Syndrome.
Oh God.
Amicus is talking about it like it could be an innocent fling, but this feels like more than that. The wolf has the same dejected look he wore when he came out to me a few weeks ago. So I reach a hand and rest it on his paw. He looks at me then, ears still low, but his expression hopeful. Everything's just so messed up and complicated. Yes, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have kissed you. Maybe not. I swallow. But I liked it. You like that you swallow? Wait a minute.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
oh my God. That does not make sense. That does not make sense.
Wait a minute.
But I liked it.
Oh, no. I don't know if I want to continue. I don't know if I want to continue now that I heard that.
Oh,
Amicus snaps his eyes back. Amicus snaps his eyes back up to look at me. Really? You swallowed?
Oh my goodness.
Really? You swallowed and you liked it? Oh my God. Yeah, I'm done. The wolf lets out a huge sigh of relief. You didn't kiss back though. It worried me that I made a mistake once again. I was surprised as all. And what do you mean, once again? Yeah, this has happened before?
Once again. What the fuck? But did it happen when I was asleep? Did you do something?
Oh man, that's a whole nother conversation. The wolf seems to contemplate something, then turns on his side too, finally facing me. About 5 years ago, I shared my first kiss with another male. Oh? At the time, there were rumors that I performed poorly with a female my father had arranged me to be with. This sounds like some Beastars crap.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh. Amicus' ears turned red. Anyway, so this male approaches me during the summer festival. He was the son of one of the triumvirates of Tricelli. He made it very clear what he wanted from me. He kissed me on the balcony while a covert drone recorded the exchange. That's rude. It was broadcast on the information channels the next day. That's even more rude. I frown. Why? Amicus shrugs, looking down at the sand. The triumvirate had a past grievance with my father. He used mine and his own son's sexual preferences to get back at him. What happened then? Well, father used his power to shut down the network along with banishing the triumvirate and his family to Anchorus. Amicus nods at the sky where Anchorus looms monolithically in this faded chalky gray. That's like Celestia banishing her sister to the moon for 1,000 years. Why do I know that? Don't ask. It's an unpopular decision, but father felt it had to be done. Obviously, it left me a bit worried about kissing and pursuing other men. I squeezed his paw. Well, you don't have to worry about that with me, obviously. I don't know anyone here, and I'm probably going to stay out of other people's business as much as possible. I know. Amicus squeezes back. I'm still sorry, though. I should have asked or not done it. You're fine. Another stretch of silence, and I get the feeling that Amicus is waiting for an answer, which he confirms with what he says next. So, if you're fine with it, did you want to date me? Amicus says the foreign word very carefully, and for a moment the lingua skips a beat in a steady translation, allowing him to speak the word unfiltered. It's still his voice, but the heavy accent comes through as surprising, even a little. No, I don't agree with that. Even a little sexy. I don't agree with that.
That's exaggerated.
Yeah, no. If it's sexy, then it must sound French.
Yeah.
I know I should say no. The red flags fluttering ominously around our precarious, even dangerous situation. Oh, think about it over the next few days, and then let you know. Amicus smiles a little. Okay, but you need to be focusing on a trial, so no thinking about this while I'm deciding. Of course. I groan inwardly as I realize I just added another distraction to the wolf's goal of becoming emperor. You promise this won't distract you? Definitely not. I give the wolf a look of disbelief that he responds with a glare. Marco, I wanted this my entire life. I know it may not have seemed like it earlier, but I'm taking this very, very seriously. And I won't be a distraction? Of course not. In fact, I think it would be rather positive for me to know that you return my feelings to some degree. It gives me even more confidence. Oh God, no. Hey. Amicus has a paw on my shoulder and it looks like he wants to lean and kiss me again. But he doesn't. Thank you for understanding and for putting up with me. I have a good feeling about, well, everything now. I don't know how much I agree considering our situation is causing us so many problems, but I set my hand on his paw anyway. Sure. Alright, wow. It looks like another time skip here. Our relationship after that conversation is strange, to say the least. While it felt meaningful at the time, I realized later that we didn't really get anywhere except once again admit to the feelings we've been having over the past few weeks, which I don't agree with to that extent, because that's just more bittersweet. As I keep saying, keep your friends close and keep your enemies closer, and the fact that you're catching feelings right now, despite knowing that there's red flags everywhere, there is something wrong with you. This is not normal. I really don't agree with this. And some tells me that it continues to it's going to continue to get bad. The calm before the storm, as they say.
Oh goodness gracious, no.
Amicus is extra careful about touching me now, probably because he doesn't want me to misconstrue it for something more than it is. At the same time, our conversations have become less casual and joking, more stiff and awkward. I hate it. In any other situation, I just want to sit down and talk my feelings out with the person, but Amicus is different. First of all, he's an alien, and having the feelings that I do for an alien, a wolf alien that is weird. Secondly, this relationship, this closeness, is not just important in the grand scheme of things. We're currently doing something so illegal that, if it were to be found out, could bring the entire empire to a standstill, at least more than it already is. So instead of playing out one of the cheesy woven romance dramas I've seen on Adastra TV, maybe instead I should be focusing on how the hell I'm going to exist in this empire, especially if the second trial falls through. But Amicus wants a relationship with me. That much he's made clear. I just wonder if it truly would help him like he says it will, or if he's just saying that so I give him what he wants. Sounds like both. If you ask me. I don't doubt that the wolf likes me, maybe even more than that, but we only know each other for about a month. Yeah, that's like picking out your wedding cake on the first date.
Oh!
Yeah, that's too soon. Do we really know anything about each other? Yeah. Despite all of this, and after a few days of thinking about it, I start to warm up to the idea. Oh my God. He's warming up to the idea. The frick. I'm going to continue to complain about it because this doesn't make any sense. We both know it'll be a short and innocent fling like I thought of it earlier. I could be leaving for Earth at any time in the next month, but I can't deny that I really like him too. God bless America. Shadow, I'm losing it with this character.
I can see that, yeah. Oh my God, bro.
You could feel it too, don't you?
Don't be afraid. Feel it, bro. Like, don't
be afraid to put your feelings out
there. No, I'm dead ass, bro. Like, oh my God, my mind is conflict right now.
No, this is very confusing.
I'm having a brain aneurysm. I'm having a brain aneurysm right now.
The more I say it in my head, the better it sounds. Despite everything, knowing that I could have a relationship with an alien, the son of an emperor, actually someone who will likely become emperor, that's kind of cool. And they're also your captor, and they also tried to kill you.
Yes.
Make it make sense.
Man, he's stupid.
Besides, he did say it would help him with his confidence for the trial. And finally, I'm tired of this awkwardness between us. Amicus is my friend, and I want to be able to talk normally with him again. I'm pretty sure making things official will clear everything up. I just have to go about doing it the right way.
That's really, guys. Like every word that comes out of his mouth.
The day before the trial, so it's another jump cut. Looks like 2 weeks have gone by, but he did say it take place in a couple of weeks. The day before the trial, Amicus shoos me and Alex out of the gardens. It's strange, but he tells us that they need to be tended to, considering that the camera drones are going to sweep over the grounds for an opening shot before the second trial begins. Ow, I hit my finger on my desk. It's the first time he's ever really asked me to do a task, and when I point that out to him, he says he also needs time alone to practice his speech. That makes sense, but it's still a little odd. Oh, is he planning like... Is he planning a dinner or something? I don't know. I don't like that. Alex and I stand in the gardens, picking at the weeds just like I had on my first day at the palace. It's hard to believe a month's gone by, even with the 19-hour days. Oh yeah, the hours of Adastra are like shorter than the ones on Earth.
Oh.
I guess it's been about 3 weeks in Earth time.
Oh, really? 3 weeks in Earth? Oh, okay. I thought it was like a couple weeks. Okay.
I get to work pulling up the small white flowers, the one that seemed to grow in every crevice of the garden. You think the drones will be smart enough to take care of the weeds themselves? Cat. Okay, so this is a different character. Do you want to voice this character?
Oh, okay. Sure, I don't mind. All right. What kind of voice do you want me to do?
That is a good question. Go with whatever you want, but he seems like he has a little bit of a high voice.
High voice, okay.
I don't know, not very deep, not a deep voice. Just looks like a high voice, like slightly skittish, but
like this. Like which one?
Shoot, go with what's in your heart, man.
Okay. All right. Well, they don't have appendages to pull with. All they could really do is use their high-powered lasers that risk starting fires.
The drones have lasers?
Oh yes, they need some form of defense mechanism. Because I cannot speak right now. Mechanism.
Huh.
I mean, it's not like they'd ever use it on you. Even if they did, it's not enough to kill you. At least not quickly. Just leaves nasty burns.
What the hell? What?
I'm just like, bro.
No. I find myself no. That's not helping. I don't like that. No lasers, please. At least not at me. No lasers. I find myself continuing to glance up at an Adastrian spider sitting motionlessly on the wall of the palace. Wish they used them on those hideous things. It takes Alex a moment to see what I'm looking at.
Oh, Marco, you know those are important for the
ecosystem. Yeah, I know. Doesn't make them any less disgusting. Imagine one of those things biting you.
Indeed. Though, honestly, I've been vaccinated so many times after coming to Adastra that sharp, pointy things don't scare me so much anymore.
We work quietly for a few more minutes, Alex lazily humming as I try to think of a way to bring something up that I wanted to talk about with the cat. Please do! You've been holding on for so long!
Please.
So... I watch as Alex paws work fast, plucking the weeds with speed and precision. What is your relationship with Cassius like? I see Alex's paws freeze for a moment, then quickly return to their work, the dirty pile of weeds next to him, growing larger and larger on the marble floor.
Our relationship? You already know that, Marco. I'm his pet, just like you are an Amicus' pet.
He smiles at me. At this point, I decided to stop letting the cat play this little game with me. I give him a look that says, "Oh, come on," and I see his ears fall a bit.
What?
You know exactly what. I think it's probably obvious the two of you are, I don't know, something more. This is the first time I called the cat out of his polite pet facade, and I see that it's thrown him off a bit. His ears are down and he's staring hard at his paws, pushing through the weeds, though he's no longer plucking them.
That's such a forward question, Marco. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I wonder if his demeanor just has to do with his cat modesty, or if there's actual laws against pet-master relationships. Come on, we're friends. Besides, I want some advice. Now his ears perk up a bit.
Oh? With what?
Well, first, I want to know if, something's going on between you and Cassius, and then I'll know if you... Oh, goodness gracious. First I want to know if, something's going on between you and Cassius, then I'll know if you can answer. Alex sighs huffingly and sits back on his rear, looking a bit childish with his legs and feet splayed out in front of himself.
I don't know why it matters.
Well, I don't know how things are on Amorpha, but where I'm from, friends talk about the relationships with each other. It's actually strange not to tell your friend about who you're in a relationship with. Through his ears I folded down, I could see how red they are.
We're not in an official relationship, but there are feelings between us. Yes. Yes.
Really? Alex snaps his gaze to mine.
Why do you sound so surprised?
I'm not surprised, just fascinated. I'm not. You two are just really different.
Different? How so?
I mean, do I have to explain it?
Kind of, yes.
Well, you're so reserved and quiet, and he's so... Now that I know Alex actually likes Cassius, I don't want to be too offensive. Cassius. Alex sighs.
Yes, Cassius is very Cassius. No pun intended. But there is a lot more to him than what he puts in the public.
So, you like him?
I mean, parts of him, yes, I guess you could say parts of him.
And Alex has lowered his voice to the point where I almost can't hear him, so I do the same. So, are you, in a relationship? I don't know what they're called on Adastra. Alex bristles.
Well, it is simply called a relationship. The only official status is marriage, but that's only between males and females. And considering the fact that we're both males...
What about between males?
There's none! Why are you so curious?
Alex looks at me carefully, eyes narrowed. I shrug. Just wondering. I like to learn about the culture I'm in.
I see. Are you interested in Amicus?
Now it's my turn to blush. No.
See, now I got you blushing. Marco, you can tell me. I thought we were friends, and I thought friends talk to each other about relationships. Do they not?
Oh no, we ain't friends. Let's get that straight right now. I'm still ain't trusting this cat. God.
Bro, dude.
I get the feeling that Alex is a lot better than me at these games. I don't know, honestly, but I guess I was wondering how I'd go about it if I decided to.
Aw, how adorable.
All I could do in response is blush a deeper shade of red.
So you're asking how to tell a wolf that you're interested?
Yeah.
Well, between males, it usually happens naturally. Without saying so, if you have noticed, there's a stigma against same-sex relationships on Adastra. Leaving the status of a relationship unsaid makes it less likely that you'll be found out.
I think for a moment. Amicus seemed to want to make the relationship official. I guess he's just going by my standards then. He probably wants me to ask him to date me, Earth style. Alex goes back to plucking some of the weeds.
However, I feel that things are changing, though very slowly. Honestly, someone like Amicus became emperor would really be something.
I'm about to ask Alex how prominent the rumors are about Amicus when I suddenly hear footsteps. I look up, half expecting to see the wolf, but instead, uh-oh.
Oh.
Cato simply stares at us, his paws behind his back as usual. A moment of silence goes by before Alex suddenly stumbles to his feet, paws clapped in front of himself before bowing low. I quickly follow suit, a few seconds behind the cat. As I bow, I notice how dirty my robe is at the knees. Alex remains bowed and I do the same, losing as Cato's footsteps come closer. He stops a few feet away, and I can see his warm, blunt claws at the top of my vision. He stands there for a very long time, not saying anything, forcing me and Alex to remain stooped. As my back starts to ache, I realize that he must be doing this on purpose. Are we in trouble or something? Finally he speaks, and I almost jump. Oh,
Okay,
God.
so
Oh, God. Alexios, Marco, how are you this afternoon? Alex straightens up and I do the same, stiffening my groin in relief. If Alex is sore, he's not showing it at all as he fixes a smile on his face.
wonderful, Your Imperial Majesty. I hope the same is for you.
I open my mouth, trying to think of something to say, though Alex didn't leave me much room to do so. That doesn't seem to matter though, as Cato starts speaking, reminding me that I'm still supposed to be a near mute primitive. Sadly, no, Alexios. I was going into the city today, and I was hearing some unfortunate rumors amongst the officials. Another long pause.
Oh?
The corner of Cato's mouth twitches, and while I usually have a hard time knowing what the old wolf is thinking, I could tell that right now he's not happy. Indeed, rumors about Cassius and his intentions involving the triumvirates if he becomes emperor. It takes me a moment to know what they're talking about, and then I remember.
The triumvirates? I wonder why.
Alex puts on a very innocent, confused look, even though I know that he knows what this is about. I wonder as well, which is why I'm curious to know if either of you have heard the rumor, or possibly the source of the rumor. Immediately, I feel sweat starting to break out of my forehead, and I'm glad that I'm already sweating from the heat.
I am sorry to say that I do not know, Your Imperial Majesty. Majesty.
Another moment of silence goes by, and that's when I notice that Cato is waiting for me to answer. I choke on my words for a moment, adjusting my brain to dumb ape mode. What is triumvirates? Cato's mouth twitches again. Anyway, I'm on my way to Cassius' room to let him know the news. Please accompany me, Alexios.
Damn, can I literally ignore his question? Anyway, yes, Emperor.
Alex quickly hops up to attention as Cato turns with a twirl of his robes, heading back up the path as Alex quickly follows. I'm left to stand there alone for a moment, watching the two of them disappear amongst the bushes. So, someone has told some of the officials about Cassius' plans to eliminate the triumvirates. Despite Alex's innocent act, I assume it had to be him. Either that or it's Virginia. I wonder if Cato is already suspicious about Alex, and if that's the case, if it could come all back to me. I hope not. The idea of playing politics against these passive-aggressive wolves is not all that appealing. Excuse me. I spend a few more hours weeding the gardens on my own, knowing that I won't be able to make much progress alone. After a while, I meander around the gardens a bit, wanting to go back inside, but not really wanting to bother Amicus while he studies. While I'm doing that, though, I think more and more about what Alex and I have been talking about. Should I just confess my feelings to Amicus and close the awkward gap between us? I know it's weighing on his mind. Maybe asking him out will give him the boost that he needs to win? Maybe I'm just trying to convince myself, but I realize that it is something that I want to do. I'm not even going to say anything. If I'm going to be doing it, it's probably best that I do it before the trial, to set his mind at ease. Carefully, I pick a few flowers from the gardens, not making the giant bouquet that Amicus had made for his own proposal, but enough to look nice, at least in my opinion. As I walk to the wolf's room, I have enough time to second-guess myself. Maybe this isn't such a good idea. My heart is hammering in my chest, and I approach the wolf's door, as I'm sure my face is bright red. I need to... Hold on. Pause right here.
Oh God.
I feel like something is on the other side of this door.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. I feel like something is on the other side of this door.
God damn, man. The suspension is killing me.
I, it's just this feeling that I'm getting. What do you think? I know you're probably
Bro.
not that informed because I know you haven't been watching my videos. Fake fan confirmed. So,
Oh,
but
stop. I watched some of them. I watched some of them.
yeah, but what do you think? You think it's nothing? You think it
Bro,
might be
like,
something? What do you think?
I have like a really iffy feeling. Like I have my suspicions here and there, but like this right here, bro, like I
I,
just nah.
you got a bad feeling. You got a bad feeling too.
Yeah, like it's just something just doesn't feel right. Something doesn't add up, bro. Call me mathematics.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I try to keep my breathing under control as I stand in front of the door. God, what should I say? Maybe just imitate what the wolf did back when he asked me out? Yeah, that'll be funny and cute, right? As I start to feel myself getting cold feet, I just reach up to the panel precedent and decide to just throw myself into this.
Oh, oh my God.
No! No!
What the
Oh my god, my heart! No!
Literally my heart. What the hell?
Why? Oh my god! No!
Hey, listen, bro. Listen,
Oh,
we saw
oh,
that coming from a mile away, bro. But I
oh my,
didn't think it was gonna be this bad.
oh, oh, why? Amicus, what have you done?
Oh
Oh
no,
no!
it's
Oh, this is gonna be a
bad.
lot of censoring. This is like
Oh
half the
my
freaking
God.
screen. I'm about to cry. I'm
Oh
about to
no.
cry.
Please,
This is
no, not on the not on the thing, bro.
no. Why do we gotta walk into this? Oh God.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
the scene that I come across that I come upon is probably the last one that I have never expected. At first, I think the two of them are fighting. Neferu and Amicus obviously have some sort of tension going on between them. So seeing the jackal splayed out on the bed while Amicus growled and snarled above him, pinning him down, well, a fight is all that would come to my mind. But after a few more seconds of staring open-mouthed at the scene in front of me, I slowly realized what's actually happening. While Amicus might be snarling, Neferu is letting out grunts and groans that are clearly a pleasure. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is breaking my heart. And this is so... Oh my god.
So he cheated, bro.
What the frick?
He actually cheated. Wow.
No. His face and body says it all too. The jackal writhing and twisting under the wolf, pawing at him as he says words that don't translate through the lingua. Oh my god, he's saying things that's not even in the
This is way
dictionary.
too in depth, bro. What the hell?
Oh god, he's saying things that's not even in the damn dictionary. What the... No. No.
This is too much. This is too much.
God. If that isn't enough to tell me exactly what's going on, then the jackal's slick pink schlong bouncing against his tight abs is. I guess the sounds they're making covered up the sounds of the door opening because neither of them looked up. Instead, they both continue to go at it while I stare in shock. A part of me doesn't want to make any sudden movement so as not to attract their attention, while the other part of me just stares in fascination, never seeing anything like this before. What the
I would lose my bro. I would not last.
Oh god. A few times Neferu tries to reach up and touch Amicus' face, and each time the wolf bats it away or pins the paw down. Amicus seems irritated almost, like he's more annoyed about the situation than anything else. What? You mean angry sex?
Oh my god, no.
Neferu is particularly the opposite, somehow maintaining that trademark smirk of his while this is all going down. Oh god! Oh god!
I'm done. I'm done. Look at that face, dude. Nah, it's over. It's over.
Oh my god.
And then you see this shit literally spray. Oh no, you see
No.
this spraying, bro.
No.
Ew. This is gonna require a lot of censoring, bro.
This is gonna get age restricted like hell.
For real.
And then, of all the moments for me to walk in on a little session, they seem to have reached their peak. Never lets out a series of short moans, a strange sound coming from someone as refined and reserved as he is. I can see the results as it splatters against his torso and muzzle, his hips jerking frantically as his face morphs into a look of strained pleasure. Meanwhile, Amicus moans long and deep as he thrusts harder into the jackal, freezing up before particularly melting over the other canine. His expression is a lot more goofy, and despite himself, I find myself thinking that this is exactly how I imagine his orgasm face. God bless America. I just sort of take this all in, still trying to understand what the hell is going on. I mean, I know what's going on, but I don't know why. There's a certain amount of horror that goes with my reaction, as if I just walked in on my parents doing it.
But this is far worse.
This feels worse. I guess I'm at least glad that I'm seeing it at this angle, which means I can't see what's going. What? That's a typo. What's going on under Neferu's hips? I realized then that I need to get the hell out before they see me. As they both gasp in their sticky mess, I slowly start to back out, but that's when the door automatically closes behind me.
I think I'm gonna vomit, bro.
Now that things are quiet, nothing covers up the sound, and Neferu and Amicus look up at me as one.
Oh, busted. Caught that 4K, bro.
I stand there, feeling as if I'm in a dream as they both stare at me. I must look like an idiot, my robe dirty from the gardens, flowers dangling from my right hand, my mouth hanging open in fascinated horror. Amicus looks most shocked of all, though, and I can see a million thoughts running through his head, clearly not having wanted me to see this. His reaction for sending me and Alex out to do menial yard work is very clear now. Neferu, for his part, isn't wearing his usual suave smirk. Instead, is surprised and maybe even a little guilty. Not even if he wanted to see me like this. Open my mouth. But then any will to smooth over the situation somehow, make a joke of it even, leaves me. With both their eyes on me, I turn and almost run into the door, having to drop the flowers on the ground and press the panel. Somehow I feel even worse than I had when I left the throne room in disgrace after the dance. The door slides open, and the next thing I know, I'm jogging out into the hall. As I do, I hear Amicus struggling for words. Marco, wait! There's some rustling sounds, followed by a yell from Neferu before the door slides shut, and the only sounds are my echoing footsteps. Oh, thank God we're out of that scene.
Please, thank you.
Oh my God.
I was tired of looking at that
Oh my God. No. That was awful.
Amicus is over, bro.
I'm so sad. No.
I don't want to hear no. It's not what it looks like, because it's clearly what it looks like.
Oh, that was. Shadow. I'm sorry you had to see that.
Oh my God, bro! Like I am traumatized.
I wasn't expecting that.
Oh man,
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, it's alright.
Oh no. I'm not sure where I'm going. I just know I need to get as far away as I can from that situation.
Yes.
What I just saw is only now sinking in, and so this is the hurt. What the hell?
What?
That damn wolf tells me he's in love with me, or at least interested in me, and the next thing I know, he's screwing that jackal. What the hell?
What the?
I guess I'm more angry than hurt. I must have looked like such an idiot standing there while one of them was getting railed, and to walk in on that moment. Never had been so clearly into it, and Amicus looked so mean and aggressive. The whole thing was just awful. Well, awful to walk in on unexpectedly. In other contexts, my vision blurs for a moment, but I realized that to let myself cry over something that wasn't even going to be serious. I was going to offer Amicus that stupid fling, and that was it. He wasn't obliged to have eyes only for me. In fact, I knew he was into Neferu. We'd already discussed it. So this is fine. This was accepted. Is this him going through all the stages of grief? Actually, I wasn't even expecting anything. No, the reason I'm so embarrassed and feel like crap right now is because I walked in on two alien dogs having sex. That was weird and messed up, and I just need to collect my thoughts for a moment. That's when I realized I don't really know where I am in the palace. Most of the hallways look the same, and this one is no exception, though I know I'm deeper than I've been before. Marco! Amicus' footsteps pound against the floor behind me. I don't know how far away he is, considering the echoing halls can be deceptive, but I immediately take a right through a particularly large set of double doors.
Nah, man, stay the hell away from me, bro. I do not want to talk to you. I don't want to deal with you. It's over.
I am dealing with that. Also, this room looks oddly beautiful. This looks like Poison Ivy's room. Real talk.
Oh man, yeah, I can see that.
like from that Batman and Robin movie with
Yeah, I
Poison
know
Ivy
exactly what you're talking about.
and Mr. Freeze.
Yes, I get it.
The room I walked into is full of smells, good ones, like a garden. The air is cool and fresh even as afternoon light pours in from an opening in the ceiling. All the while, there's a sound of soft trickling water from a small fountain in the center of the room. I stand there for a moment, eyes scanning for anyone else that might be here. When I don't see anyone, I move closer to the center of the room, looking around at the flowers and plants as I try to calm my hammering heart. I know Amicus is probably going to find me soon. All he has to do is ask calm. So I fold my arms, trying to look casual, realizing now that it would have just been better for me to hang out in the hall, maybe laugh when Amicus came out. I'd have to make a joke and act like it wasn't a big deal, but it's way too late for that now. Sure enough, the door slides open and Amicus stumbles in his underwear, his fur completely mussed up, chips heaving for breath. Marco, I need to talk about... He doubles over, paws on his knees, and he gasps in his air. I cringe as I see my flowers crunched in one of his paws, but I still try to look casual, keeping my arms folded. What? About what you just saw. Don't worry about it. I shrug before busying myself with brushing off my robes so they don't look so dirty. No, I want to explain what happened. You don't need to explain it. It's none of my business. Well, it is. It's definitely not. I snap at the wolf. Who you have sex with is none of my business. That's all up to you. Don't let me tell you who you can and can't be with. Amicus frowns deeply at me. What? You hurt me. I don't want to hear about it. I'm not here for this crap anyway. Here for what? I throw my hands up in frustration. What just happened? For sex or love or whatever the hell it is you guys do? Whatever it is you told me you wanted on the island. I point at the flowers in his paw. I'm just trying to get home. I feel my eyes threatening to water up again, and I stubbornly swallowed that down right quick. No, that's not what that was. Please, let me explain. What is there to explain?
Okay. What is it to explain? It's obvious what you were doing.
This is...
If that was not sex, what was that?
I shake my head. You guys have sex. It's not a big deal. I get it. Humans can be like that too. Amicus takes a step forward, but I take one back. I guess this is just a little screwed up that you confessed your feelings 2 days ago, and then suddenly you're just screwing another guy. This is all so ridiculous. Not only the situation I'm in, but the fact that I feel so hurt by the wolf, even though nothing has really happened between us except an alcohol-fueled kiss. Amicus takes another step forward, his paws up, staring wide-eyed at me. That's not what happened. But if you'll let me explain, then what did I just see? What you saw, it was more of a transaction than anything. What? Oh God.
Oh gosh.
Amicus chokes in surprise. Well, yes, I guess, but I made a deal with the Chemian. What deal? Well, I'm sure you remember our problems with Cassius about him wanting to murder me? Yes, that problem. What about it? Well, I did say it wasn't something you should worry about, but like I also said, I'm taking all precautions. Yeah? Yes, so the wolf pauses. What? I realize now that I should have consulted you on this, but it was my only immediate option. What option? Well, while Cassius might be willing to execute my pet, he wouldn't dare touch the pet of a Chemian. What? The wolf rubs behind his neck with one paw and speaks very quickly. If I were to lose the second trial, I made it so that your ownership would transfer to Neferu. You'd become his pet. I stare at the wolf. This would ensure that Cassius would not dare come after you. If he did, it might upset the very delicate relations we have with the Chemians. A moment of silence passes. So I'd become Neferu's pet? If I somehow lose the trial, yes. I stare at the wolf. Are you okay with that? Amicus. Again with him doing things without even telling me. No conversation, no warning, no consideration. After all this time, he still doesn't see me as an equal. Amicus sees my expression change and quickly jumps in again. It's the best alternative, mainly because the Chemians likely use their own stretch. Neferu will be able to get you home if he had to. So to pay him, he wanted sex and only seemed interested in that, yes. Trust me, I took no emotional pleasure in it. I'm quiet.
I doubt that.
This is all so messed up. I literally have no words other than the obvious right now. Don't worry though, I made sure the contract we agreed to ensures that you will not have to be involved in anything like that. In fact, you'll almost be treated like a pharaoh. Amicus grins proudly. I stare at the wolf for a while, suddenly feeling numb. Are you feeling better? His voice takes on a serious...
What kind of question is that?
I tried to ignore that. I tried to ignore it.
Oh my god.
His voice takes on a serious tone as he reaches out and pushes a thumb pad across my cheek. The action is intimate, and I turn my head away. We stand awkwardly for a moment, then Amicus holds up the flowers. You dropped these. I shake my head. They were for you. Amicus winces. I thought so. Were you going to ask me? I feel my face getting hot. Yeah, but now, I'm suddenly enveloped in a very tight hug. Gods, that was the absolute worst moment for you to walk in. I'm sorry. And if he hadn't, you probably wouldn't even tell him to begin with.
Right.
And I don't even know if Neferu would even said anything.
Most likely. Yeah, I doubt that. Does he even know Nefer like that anyway?
Who, Amicus? Oh, shoot, clearly now.
Well, yeah, clearly now.
If that attention wasn't clear.
Yeah.
I stand there limp, just letting the wolf hug me. Finally, Amicus steps back, holding the slightly wilting flowers as he stares at them. I hope after that, you're still considering... I'm considering punching you.
You know what, bro?
I sigh and shake my head, to which Amicus's ears fall. I'm just a stupid primate to you, aren't I?
To me, you are, because you're actually just...
I told you before to just talk to me if you're planning something that involves me. Why couldn't you have at least given me a warning, especially for something like this? You what? It was sudden, and I thought the idea might hurt you after what had happened on the island.
No I like how he literally spoke my mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, gee, what gave that away? You went behind my back? I know sometimes you don't even think, but you knew this would hurt? No, I've been so busy. Not to mention negotiating these things is complicated. I'm just trying to do what's best for you, without really thinking about me or how I might feel about any of this. I'm always thinking about you, every damn hour of the day, and this is on top of the trials. Believe it or not, Marco, I'm stretched a bit thin, and it would be helpful if you could work with me. Work with you how? Let you manipulate me into becoming your boyfriend, then watch you screw another guy so I can become his slave instead? I've been pretending, but now it could actually become official.
Okay, so you think about me
I can't stop the words from spilling out of my mouth, wanting to hurt the wolf just as much as he hurt me.
So you really think about me every goddamn second of the day. So you must have been thinking about me when you were that guy really hard, huh? Okay.
The wolf stares at me. Then Amicus' hackles rise, but instead of instilling any sort of fear into me like he normally would, I feel satisfaction. Marco, I would not have you accusing me of such a thing. I was more honest with you on the island than I have been with anyone in years. But not about what just happened with Neferu. What, you think I owe you celibacy? We're not dating as you refuse to do anything with me. It may come as a surprise to you, but even in times like these, I have needs. So you did want it. Amicus looks about ready to explode, and for a moment he just stands there in silence, particularly shaking. He opens his mouth, and instead of shouting I expect, it's almost a whisper. I may not know how these things work on Earth, but you know how they work on Adastra. You said yourself that these matters are casual. What happened with the jackal means nothing to me. You mean so much to me, which is why I did it to keep you safe. I shake my head. while seeing what happened in the bedroom hurt, it's really only the tip of the iceberg with what's wrong with all this. If you actually cared about me, you cared about what I want. You keep telling me how smart I am, but here we are again with you doing stuff without any of my input because you think I'm too stupid to understand. No, you know, you wolves are all the same. We're all just stupid barbarians to you. You don't treat me as an equal. You look down on me. And why the hell would I want to be with someone like that? That's not even... Just win your stupid trial and send me home. If you don't, just blast my stupid ape face off into space. I don't want to be here anymore. I turn, heading for the door. Wait, please! Whatever he was going to say suddenly cuts off. I hear a loud thud. I don't look back to see what he kicked or punched. Instead, I head out into the hall, not sure at all where I'm going. I just know that I hate everything about what just happened.
As you should.
For a while, I just wander. I end up pacing the halls of the palace before just going outside to sit in the gardens. I don't see anyone. It's really calm outside, especially considering that the emperor could be decided tomorrow. I wonder how things are in the city. And the rest of the empire. I look toward the faint city skyline, glinting gently in the afternoon light. Amicus doesn't come after me. Should he? I said such horrible things to him, but even now I feel like I had to say them. I'm tired of being treated like an actual pet, and now that I might actually become one, still, I kind of wish he did come after me again. I mean, yes
I'm
and
cringing,
no.
bro.
Yes and no. Keep your distance from each other for right now, because
Please, what the hell?
Now's not the time for that. I do believe that he was only trying to protect me, that he thought what he was doing was the only way to do that. But after everything on the beach, after I've already told him just to keep me in the loop, honestly, if he asked me about it first, even just told me about it, I probably would have been okay with it. That's a big if right there. Sure, maybe a little jealous, but okay. Okay, I'm questioning that right there. I realize that a lot of this anger is because I just feel betrayed, and I feel that way because I really, really like Amicus. Please don't really like him. I keep saying this. No, stop falling for your captor. No, enough with this Stockholm syndrome. Piss off. I expect him to treat me better after everything. The late afternoon heat is making me sweat, but instead of going inside, I just move under some shade. After a while, I lay back on the bench I'm sitting on, drifting off to sleep. When I wake up, it takes me a while to realize where I am. I stare at the flowers and leaves gently lit up by the garden lights until I remember that I've fallen asleep out here. Groggily, I call out for calm, and according to him, I've only been out for about 2 hours, but the sun here always moves fast across the sky. I brush a few leaves off my robes as I get up and walk toward the palace, realizing at this point that I can't exactly avoid going back to Amicus's room forever. At least it'll force us to talk about things after we've cooled down. At least, I hope he's cooled down. My pace starts to slow as I get closer to his bedroom, unsure of what to say after everything that happened. Man, I would have fell asleep outside. Bump that. gather me some leaves, make a blanket, and I'm chilling. I'm chilling outside. No, thank you. I decided I'm going to apologize, but also expect an apology from him as well.
No, don't apologize. Oh my God, bro.
As they say,
that pissed me off right there, bro.
As they say,
he literally witnessed this guy someone else, bro. Why are you apologizing to him? You set your boundaries.
As they say in my job, we're thumb pointers, not finger pointers.
Oh no.
We both made mistakes, but we could get past it if we talked it out. Dinner is still sitting next to the door on its cart, untouched. I pause, my hands hovering over the panel. Remember what I saw the last time I opened this door. Oh, PTSD. Oh, God. Shuddering, I still myself and press it. The room's empty. No wolf inside. Cool air creeps out of the room, chilling my bare calves as I continue to stand in the hallway. I realized then that I was holding my breath, and I let it out slowly. I look up and down the halls in case I might see Amicus, but as always, it's empty. With a soft sigh, I slowly walk in toward the bed before changing direction to sit on the sofa instead. Comment told me that it was the 18th hour, which means Amicus should be getting ready for bed by now, a schedule he follows almost religiously. Maybe he's getting ready for the trial somehow? That would be good, but I'm also getting the uncomfortable feeling that he's just avoiding me. That would be bad, because despite what happened, he shouldn't be thinking at all about me. He could be the Emperor tomorrow. So I sit there, hugging a pillow, waiting. After a while, I grab the food from the hallway and manage to eat a little bit. I wonder why I should say something from Amicus, but decided that he'd be able to get his own food from the kitchens instead of these cold leftovers he ends up returning. So I send the rest back with the drones and continue waiting. After a few more hours, Amicus still doesn't come back, and I end up laying on the sofa, waiting to fall asleep. The sound of the door opening jolts me awake, and I quickly sit up, turning to look. Amicus? You!
Who's this?
That's the you know who this is.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, he's that.
I stare at the jackal for a moment.
He's that hoe. Okay.
I stare at the jackal for a moment, feeling a sudden surge of anger in my chest. Hello, Marco. Are you not coming to the trial? I look around. What time is it? The 7th hour, which means the trial starts in less than an hour. Where's Amicus? Preparing for the trial. He hasn't been back all night. He was meditating most of the night. All night? Indeed. I frowned at the jackal. What do you want? Neferu walks further into the room, slowly before stopping in the middle, a good 15 feet away, 6 feet apart.
Mm-hmm.
To escort you to the trial if you like, and to also talk. About what? I've already told you that you don't need to play stupid with me, Marco. I sit up straight, turning to face the jackal more directly. I'm not. I'm just wondering why the hell you have the nerve to show up here after taking advantage of Amicus like that. What? I don't think I've ever seen Neferu caught off guard, so the sight is kind of funny. I smirk. Well, that's certainly a way to look at it. What other way is there to look at it? Plenty, if you'll let me explain. I sit back on the sofa, crossing my arms. Amicus already explained. I become your pet to protect me, and from Cassian in exchange for that, you may...
Oh, this is so funny, bro.
I'm not saying that. That caught me off guard. Again, the jackal looks shocked. Then he laughs, the sound high and soft. Oh dear, there are many ways to look at this, aren't there? His suddenly cheerful mood irritates me. Listen, I don't honestly want any part of this. Yes, but you already are a part of it, whether you want to be or not, so please, allow me to explain some things. I don't say anything, keeping my arms folded, my expression bored. The jackal seems to take this as his cue to continue. Amicus approached me about this deal a week ago, shortly after the incident with Cassius. It seemed simple enough, and I had to agree with him. Your position in this power struggle is becoming ever more precarious. I raised an eyebrow. How so? The rumors about Cassius' intent to disband the triumvirates have saturated the trial, even though Kato has banned all discussion of it. Word is that Cassius has realized who might have started the rumors. Neferu looks pointedly at me, though I try to keep my expression neutral. This has implications for you, obviously, but not only because you positively sabotages his chances at the throne. I feel my stomach turn a little, realize I've gotten myself into way more than I ever intended. Wait, what do we do? Just by being here? Bro. I'm not even gonna start. This also brings to the question your intelligence. Far too intelligent for a simian, wouldn't you say? Open my mouth, but Neferu goes on. Now, with all of these considered, it was only natural for Amicus to come to me for help. Your life is in danger, Marco, no matter the facade these peaceful palace halls might project. I stare at the jackal, surprised at how candid he's being with me. He asked me what I wanted most, and I answered truthfully, an alliance with the wolves if Amicus were to become emperor. Of course he declined outright, as he should have as the prospective emperor. How could he promise something so important with so many implications, all over one pet? So knowing it was possible, I offered something a bit more selfish on my part. Copulation with the handsome son of a woven emperor. To this, he only needed a few moments to agree. I grimace. But I want you to understand something, Marco. And Amicus had found even that disagreeable. I wouldn't simply ask for nothing. It is the duty of all chemists to protect any sapient fleeing wolven violence, whether they be sibling, child, or abandoned. Pet ownership is illegal where I'm from, and the idea is quite disgusting, wouldn't you agree? Neferu glances at me. The wolves love their contracts, no matter how different Amicus might wish himself to be. He is still a wolf. He despises the idea that he might owe something to a Chemian. And his quickness to accept the deal showed me that despite how much he wanted to not want to screw me, as you might put it, there was a part of him that did. In the end, he was willing.
Oh my god.
I look away, frowning. And I think this is something that has caused a rift between the two of you. You must understand that sex is casual here. It means nothing more than indulging in our corporal desires. It's one of the few cultural similarities we share with the wolves. I've been told that simians are similar to cats and such things hold much more meaning, but you're no longer on Simia, and I must understand that things are different here. Even if he wants to, which I believe he does, Amicus can change his philosophy over the course of a single week. I finally find room to speak. You're acting like we're in a relationship or something. You aren't, but you want to be. Amicus loves you. It's clear as Vita, as they say here. I feel a little thrill in my chest, and my face blushes furiously. Nephew goes on like he didn't actually say that, though. So yes, if you don't like the idea of Amicus screwing another man, then claim him as your own man. I frown. Claim? I'm going by woven terms here. I'm sure you have your own. Did Nephew just ask me to ask Amicus out? Now, does that clear things up for you? Even though I just woke up, I'm already feeling exhausted. I guess there was a little more to it than that, though. Which I'm sure it could be settled in the future. Civil discussions can do wonders. Now, we really must be going to the trial, if you're wanting to go. Nephew raises an eyebrow at me. I find myself shaking my head, but not to deny the jackal his request. Rather, it's just because I don't know what the hell this guy is up to. I get up and Nephew opens his arm to me, which I stare at. Shall I escort you? This is something I've seen a jackal do multiple times to Virginia and Alex. For some reason, he seems to really enjoy escorting people around. At his little lecture, I could tell that he's trying to smooth things over between me and Amicus. So, reluctantly, I reach out and take his arm in both hands, if only to please him. And pleased he seems to be, a tugging at the corner of his muzzle making me think he's trying not to smile too much. I'm exhausted.
Yep.
Oh,
just
God.
woke up and you're exhausted.
And you ever talking about this is make us feel any better? No, the hell it doesn't.
Hell the fuck no.
No. As he guides me out the door, I find myself feeling out the fur on his arm. It's much more silky and smooth compared to Amicus, not quite as fluffy. It's not as nice as Amicus's coat, but it feels nice in a different way. There's a lot of muscle there too, and I wonder if the jackal works out in the amphitheater, though I've never seen him there. I guess I see why many people are into this guy, and muscles are your thing. As we continue through the halls...
There's just no way in hell that this guy's actually falling for this guy. There's just no way.
It's crazy. As we continue through the halls, I notice we're taking a different route than the one to the throne room. Where are we going? To meet the star of the most asinine entertainment show in the galaxy. What better way to determine the fate of all things, sibling and parents alike, than through meaningless woven spectacle? What? Nephew pauses in front of a door, gently pulling away from me while his paw is held delicately up to a panel. What I'm saying is that quite a bit is depending on your wolf right now, and he might need some encouragement. I'm still staring at the jackal when he finally presses the panel, opening the door. What is... But this is a room? Yo, this looks like a jail cell. No, this looks like jail.
Oh god. Nah, it looks like a sexual jail.
No. When I look back, I find myself looking into a much smaller room. Simple and bare, simple and clean. Oh, copyright. Just a bed and a dresser.
God dang it.
The air is thick with the calming smell of incense, and it creeps into the hallway and washes over me in a warm wave. And there, sitting on the bed, is Amicus. Before I could look back at Nephew, the wolf suddenly looks up. We both stare at each other for a moment. Then the wolf is suddenly on his feet, stumbling towards me. He stops halfway across the room, though, paws clasped in front of himself. I've never seen him so disheveled before. His fur is stuck all over his neck and shoulders. His cape is askew. His eyes are red and bleary. Before I know it, I'm walking into the room towards the wolf. Are you okay? Amicus tries to smooth his fur out, but it sticks right back up. I'm fine. I was just meditating. You look awful. Shadow.
I'm just saying, bro.
No, he was not. He
He
was
was
not.
just like, he was just,
No.
bro. I don't trust him, bro. I don't trust
No.
none of these guys.
You look awful. Isn't the trial in less than an hour? Yes. There's a moment of silence that goes by as I just stare at the wolf. Are you going then? You should get ready, Marco. I stop, waiting. The pause is long, and when Amicus finally speaks, his voice is so quiet I can barely hear it. I don't think I was meant for this. My heart sinks. Meant for what? Everything in this damn empire. I've done absolutely nothing right. Everything has been handed to me on a platter my entire life, but the first time I actually have to fight for something. I know you don't think I took this seriously, but I did. I tried. I wasn't prepared, and you were right. I see a little wetness around his eyes when he aggressively wipes at them with an arm. While weeks ago I might have welcomed this empathy, this is the absolute worst moment for it. I couldn't keep my best friend. I would have been a terrible emperor. It takes me a moment to realize that he's talking about me. Amicus, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't tell you everything, that I treated you poorly, that I got you into the stupid mess in the first place, and that I can't get you out of it. The wolf's voice catches on that last part, and I wonder with some astonishment if I'm actually going to see him cry. But he manages to hold it together, looking down at the floor. I just wanted to do what was best for you, but I wasn't thinking of you while I did it. I was inconsiderate, and I'm sorry. Amicus stands there quietly, apparently finished. I don't know if this is more about me or about him feeling inadequate for the emperorship. I have no doubt that our little fight yesterday caused it, though. Seeing the wolf like this, it hurts. It also makes me kind of angry. This isn't the Amicus I know. I reached up, setting a hand on his shoulder, and he suddenly looks up at me. You're less than an hour away from becoming emperor. You need to act like it. What? You think your dad would have acted like this when he wasn't sure of himself? Your grandfather, Drusus? There's a time and place, and now is not the time. I don't know what they would have, but I'm grasping at straws at this point. And honestly, this is about a lot more than you, or me, or anyone here. This is about the lives of millions of sapiens, about your entire empire. You think it all deserves to go to crap because suddenly you're not really sure of yourself? You're such a good person, basically the opposite of what the society is, and you want to put that into your rule. That's amazing, but now you're suddenly willing to give up? What the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, you made a bunch of mistakes, but that doesn't matter now. What matters is that you made sure that piece of crap brother of yours doesn't take the throne, so you better get your ass out there and beat the hell out of him in this stupid debate. I'm not sure what else to say, so I stopped, breathing hard. After a moment, I realized the wolf was smiling at me, and it takes me a moment to calm down from my Hollywood movie pep talk.
Oh my god.
What?
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to get out there, Marco. There's no doubt about that. I just was having a moment. I was trying to be more honest with you, but thank you. I frowned. Well, you sure picked a hell of a moment to have it. I know. I've just been having a terrible time after yesterday, that's all. I needed to apologize to you. I deflate a little, but there's some relief there too, seeing Amicus somewhat back to his old self. I forgive you, but this is a lot bigger than us right now. I know it is. And what I'm feeling is a lot bigger than us as well.
Oh my god.
The wolf sets a paw on my shoulder, but I'm honest about what I said. I'm sorry, and I will never do anything involving you without your consultation again, and I will take your cultural differences into better consideration in the future. I look up at Amicus, at his earnest face, and I find myself hugging him, and he hugs back tightly. We still need to talk about things, but we can do that later. You need to kick Cassius' ass first. I know. Amicus pulls back, both paws on my shoulders now, and I will. There's a gentle clearing of a throat behind us, and we both look back to see nephew casually lounging in the doorway. If you're finished, the trial begins in 30 minutes. Immediately, Amicus scowls at the side of the jackal, but he nods. I better get going then. So you're feeling better now? Much better, thanks to you. I smile as I feel a wave of relief, even though this is just like Amicus to be so easily cheered up. I allow the wolf to pull me toward the door. Nephew moves out of the way as we exit the stifling meditation room. Alright, I'm on my way to a shower. I'll be watching. The rhetoric thing, I mean. I'll look for you. And We'll talk after this? Yeah, we'll talk after your emperor. Alright. Amicus leans in and gets me on the lips, then pauses before planting on my cheek instead. With that, he winks, then turns and dashes up the hall, running at full sprint. I hear a soft chuckle behind me. Well, that went rather well. I didn't think that would be half as easy. I glance back at the Jack as he basically reveals he's been planning this all along. I guess it was obvious. Shall we head to the throne room? They'll be wanting us sitting down early so they can film us. The whole thing is a dreary spectacle after all. Alright. With that, I follow the jackal toward the throne room, hoping that what I said to Amicus is enough to get him in the right headspace to help him win. In just a few hours, I know I'll be leaving soon, or staying for a long, long time. Either way, I'm just glad that this happened. Oh man, we've been reading this for about a good moment.
Oh,
Okay, so I think we've been recording on long enough. I feel like this is going on a good.
it's definitely been an hour. It's definitely been over an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Duh. Wow. Since you're a special guest, I will leave it to you. Do you want to read a little more, or should we call it here?
Let's see. Oh shoot, it is. And my time is 12:34. Holy shit. Yeah, I might have to end. We might have to end it here, even though I am interested in the story. I ain't gonna lie. Despite it being weird as man, but still, I like it.
Oh, good lord. Yeah. All right. So you heard him. We're going to go ahead and call it here. And oh man, that was a lot. That was again.
Oh, no. I need processing after that certain scene, bro. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I've been trying to continue to carry on as if nothing has happened. We're just reading on as is. But yeah, we need to recap and compose of everything. So
yeah.
so we had a little bit of a moment on the beach, and that led to the
Marco training match.
And I guess Marco is still harboring feelings for his abductor, and then Walk on him and Nefru having sex, and we're upset because they felt betrayed. That led into a fight, a very bad fight at that. But apparently they were able to talk partially to reconcile. That's probably not the right word to use. Well, maybe a tiny bit, but there's still much more discussions to be had. But but I keep saying, you keep harboring these feelings like this. It's just it's gonna hurt.
I just don't.
And this is what happens when you get attached romantically like this.
Too attached, yes. Especially if
it was fine to have a normal friendship, and like they stated in the last episode, a casual friendship. You can't be catching feelings like this, especially when your objective, your main priority in the first place was to go home. All of this is just wrong.
And what are they talking about with casual sex? That was not no casual sex. That was some wild ass sex. You saw the facial expressions, and you saw all that spreading around, spraying. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to unsee that.
I'm never unseeing that, and I hate it. I'm never unseeing that, and I hate it.
Oh man, so I hope we don't see something like that anytime soon. But I feel
if that happens again,
I feel like something similar is going to happen in the future, and I have to be mentally prepared for that.
Me too, because if I see something like that again, I'm grabbing my laptop and throwing it out the window, bro.
Or be like that guy that throws his laptop in the garbage.
Oh no!
Yeah, that garbage bin. All right, so despite all of that, what are you thinking of Adastra so far? I don't know if you watched like all the parts up until now. I don't know how caught up you are on it. It's kind of a little bit unfair to actually what you think of it so far. But what do you think of it so far?
Well, despite only like seeing a bit of a few of them, I actually do like it. I like how the thing is progressing despite being weird, but it's still coming along though, and I'm vibing with it. I'm liking at least what they're trying to do. Yeah.
Okay, so you would say in the future you want to be featured on another episode, on another part of Adastra, or another
like,
visual
yeah,
novel.
I wouldn't mind that. Like that would be cool. Like it was already a pleasure doing this. I don't mind doing it again with you.
All right, all right. That's something to look forward to, and I'm glad that despite that little situation that happened, I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed the story. What regardless, and
Yep.
it was fun to have you on here as a special guest. I haven't had a special guest in a hot minute, so this was a breath of fresh air,
Hey,
and
appreciate it.
I
It's good to be
appreciate you
here.
being on here with me.
It's great to be here, man. Always.
All right. So thank you guys so much for watching and reading along with us and bearing with us as we went through that scene.
Yes.
What do you all are thinking
Which
of Adastra so far?
by the next video, we're never ever we're gonna forget about that.
Yeah, we're gonna pretend it didn't happen. So let me know what y'all think of Adastra so far. Do y'all like me reading this? Y'all, it seems like a couple people that are pretty interested in me continuing to read along with this, and it has been a pretty pleasant journey so far. And as long as you guys are keep liking what I'm dishing out, I'm gonna continue doing this. It's fun. It's interesting. I haven't did any of this in quite a long while, and I'm enjoying it. And so, if you like what you saw, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, share with your friends, share with your family, subscribe to my channel, check out the other content that I've done, and like, once again, I'll leave Shadow's YouTube in the description down below. You can check out his content, check out all the things that he's done, and make sure to check out his Machinima Smash region. It's up to what episode? Like 8 or 9?
Yep, up to episode 8. Episode 9 is on the horizon, so stay tuned for that.
Oh, all right. Well, make sure to look out for that. And with that, make sure to add me on Twix, add me on Blue Sky, add me on DeviantArt, add me on Steam, add me on Twitch, add me on Twitch, add me on all kinds of stuff. And I'll make sure to link all of your socials in the description down below. You can check that out as well. And so,
Yes, sir.
this is Master Guil and shadowzpa, and we'll see you all next time.
All right, toodles.